Hi everyone, good evening. Welcome to the platform of Ahmedabad Book Club and Dharma Foundation. Today, yes, we are with another interesting story, another interesting topic with an interesting human, Mr. Ambar Sharma. Welcome, sir, to this platform.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. I hope you're doing fine.
Yeah, all fine. Thank you for having agreed to talk with us on such an uh, not very much less known topic like wildlife and its crime. It's very less known topic, and thank you for agreeing to talk with us and share your experiences on this platform. To tell
Honor
about
is
my
mine.
viewers, okay. To tell my viewers about me, I'm your host and friend Kosha. I'm an author and secretary at Ahmedabad Book Club. And to tell about Ambar Sharma, uh, I'm very excited basically because he is known as Mowgli Baba. And as a child, I have lived my entire childhood watching Mowgli chasing animals in the forest. I guess same Ambar Sharma does, chasing animals for photography, for their crime, for their conservation, right?
That's correct.
Correct. Uh, so
Ji.
Ambar Sharma, uh, known as Mowgli Baba, is an Indian producer and director. Apart from being famous in the field of wildlife and fine arts photography, he is an certified scuba diver. So water, land, animals, birds, everything you are into, right?
That's correct. Anything which relates to nature, I always love to do that. Anything,
Lovely,
whatever.
lovely.
So anything which defines nature, I love to do it, and I'll keep doing it as far I can do it. And I will keep educating people about the environment, importance, and the gray side of it also.
Yeah, yeah. Today, the entire evening, we are going to converge on the same topic: wildlife, its crime, and how nature and its conservation, etc. So yeah, he started. He has worked with National Geographic Channel. He started his career in 2002 as a naturalist in Colorado National Park, and then he went to
That's
Kanha
Bharatpur.
Tiger. Yeah,
That's
and then he
Bharatpur
went.
in Rajasthan.
Yeah, okay. And then he
Easiest
went
way
to
to
Khan.
uh, उसको easiest way to pronounce it is Bharatpur Bird Sanctuary. So easily
Okay,
people can recognize it. That's a different name of it. It's an official name, but the easiest
okay,
easy way to say it is a Bharatpur Bird Sanctuary. That's in
okay,
Rajasthan.
okay. Then you went to Kanha Tiger Sanctuary and Bandhavgarh National Park
Ji,
for exploring the wildlife photography and to showcase the natural environment or nature,
ji,
right?
ji. बिल्कुल
Okay,
सही. Correct.
and then in 2007 you started Mowgli production under which you co-produced many films like Main in the Maze, Anything for You, and Mumbai Connection, which
Ji,
released worldwide as well as got more than 32 awards internationally.
that's correct.
And now you have also produced and directed many wildlife series and documentaries, and the recent one is
Uh,
about snow leopard.
No, the first one was Snow Leopard. My
First, yes.
first documentary was on Snow Leopard. That was my first
Okay.
project, and it took me
Okay.
around 3 to 4 years to complete it. The reason is it
Okay.
was we need to shoot it in winters, not in summers. So every year
Right.
from November to February, that is November, December, January, February, we used to be stationed in Ladakh when temperature goes minus 20 to 25 degree in the night, and in morning it
Whoa.
goes to minus 10 to 15 degrees. So at that
Oh.
time, the snow leopard comes down on a lower altitude. So it was easier to find it in terms of seeing the chances increases in winters of a snow leopard rather than in summers. Because on summers it goes on a more higher altitude. area. And we
Okay.
stationed at a place called Ule, which is now very famous place since we have done a documentary there, and it become very famous touristic destination. And that village is situated uh, at 14,000 feet above from sea level. So that was the height where we
Okay.
were stationed to
Uh,
film a small leopard for 4 years.
so you got chance to interact with the locals there?
Yes, without local, it's not easy to film because a lot of
Not
local
easy to.
people give you the information about the movement and a lot of things. Because the native people are the best. Wherever you go, they can give you the exact idea, exact uh, geographic condition which you need to know before filming and during the filming. So we always need local people, and without local support, it's not possible to shoot anything.
Correct. And you are also a photographer, wildlife photographer as well as fine arts, and you got selected for the finals of BBC Photographer of the Year 3 times,
Yeah, three
right?
times. That's correct.
3 times.
I've,
And you're a member,
unfortunately, I didn't win it, but yes, it was three times when I
even
was
get.
finalist for for the BBC Photographer of the Year. But since last 7 years or 8 years, I'm not participating in any of the competitions because I'm more into educating the people about environment and its importance. So maybe by 2021, I'll restart the same thing which I was doing in 2000, early 2000, all that.
So I heard that you also take workshops in your free time for budding photographers.
My last workshop was in year 2009. Since then, I have not taken any workshop. They were for many reasons because I was more into filming by then, and workshop wasn't my motive my, in terms of educating the people more for environment. Because I feel like if you photograph can describe more stories, and by photographing you can involve more people in conservation. So my workshop was 2009 was last, and since then I'm traveling here and there, capturing movements through the camera and educating the local people, because the local people are the main people who have been also exploited by the mafias in terms of taking the location of animals or involving them into a crime. So my motive was to go more into interiors of this whole world where I can go and educate them the importance of this treasure we have.
But sometimes it might not be as easy as you are saying, locals might be little restricting also when you educate them. Has it ever happened?
It's happened many times when people see. It's simple. I'll give you an example. What happened? कि क्या होता है कि tiger, for example, a tiger, because tiger is the most talked about. I mean, animal
Wildlife.
in our society. Yeah, in our society, because tiger considered as an what it calls status symbol. If we talk about, so we consider as an intellectual. So giving an example on a tiger, कि अगर जंगल में का टाइगर जो है गांव में आता है और वो मतलब कैटल मार के ले जाता है, तो सरकार जो है कुछ ज्यादा मुआवजा नहीं देती है।
Hmm.
और दूसरी तरफ क्या होता है कि जो सबसे ज्यादा गांव में प्रॉब्लम होती है वो ये होती है कि जब टाइगर जानवर मारता है तो कुछ एक्शन सरकार नहीं लेती है, थोड़ा सा मुआवजा देती है जिसका जो कि बहुत पीनट्स के बराबर होता है। दूसरी तरफ अगर कोई आदमी बदला लेने के लिए टाइगर को मार देता है क्योंकि उसके बहुत सारे जानवर उसने मारे हैं, तो उसको जो है पुलिस पकड़ के ले जाती है और एंड वाइल्ड लाइफ एक्ट के तहत उस पर केस चलता है और जेल होती है। तो जो सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम ये आती है वो गांव का आदमी ये कहता है, व्हाट दे से इज कि अगर हमारे आदमी ने टाइगर को मारा तो आपने उसको जेल दी, और टाइगर ने हमारे जानवर को मारा, आपने उसको जंगल में खुला छोड़ा, वो वापस आता है फिर मारता है। तो दिस इज द बेसिक प्रॉब्लम व्हेन यू गो देयर, एंड दे टॉक्ड अबाउट इट कि when tiger comes to their place and kill, government don't take action. And if anyone of our village kills the tiger or any wildlife, they've been thrown into the prison. So why not there is a prison for wild animals who coming into the villages and destroying our cattle or whatever source of income. So there should be a
Income.
prison uh, for wildlife also. So this is the main most talk topic in the villages, that they want there should be a prison for the tigers also, so that they can live happily. So to educate them from this point of view is very tough, because they are very centric,
Obviously.
and they
Yeah.
think like it tiger is evil for them, because they it killing the cattle, it killing their newborn babies of cattle or
Yes.
buffaloes or whatever they have. And
Even humans have.
sometimes man between tiger and man conflict, there's a lot of life lost by the people of a villages, because tiger
Correct.
generally kill that. So there's a main issue for that कि अगर हम टाइगर मार दें, गांव वाले कहते हैं तो हमें जेल है, लेकिन टाइगर हमें ही मारता है तो उसको कोई जेल नहीं। तो ये
So
सबसे
could be.
मुश्किल होता है उनको एक उसके पीछे का रीजन समझाना और बताना, और ये इसमें ही काफी टाइम लग जाता है उनको समझाने में। और जब once they get understand it, so easy for them to come on board to save a wildlife.
Correct. You are associated with many brands also, like Pavers India, England, and many other
Yeah, people
brands
think,
you have worked with.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, and
that's
you
correct.
love narrating stories. That's the best part. You travel a lot and you have so many stories to narrate, correct?
Yes, with many stories. I think I can go for a year long when I want to narrate a story. So many stories I have to narrate. Every day, whenever I travel, so every day, every moment, I get new story to narrate, and most of the time I write it down, some incidents, and then whenever I meet people, so I tell them this is what is happening around us in terms of
Uh,
incidents and stories. Yeah.
hmm. Okay, this is a very interesting name, Mowgli Baba. So first of all, me and my viewers would like to know that how did you come up with this name? What all you do under this name? Yeah, like website hai, app hai. You have YouTube channel also with this name. I would request my technical team to please share the screen of the app and the YouTube channel. Vivek?
I got this name Mowgli was because of my working style, and I was associated with one of the resorts called Mowgli itself. And since then, I've been known as Mowgli because I was my dress style when I used to meet people in Delhi for funding or whatever. So my dressing style was like total rustic. I don't have any kind of a presentable dress sense at that time. Still, I don't have a very presentable dress sense. And I used to wear a very big hat, which is a camouflage hat, and most of my clothes was like all camouflage, like green or light green or little dusty color, which is I always wear. So people start calling me Mowgli, and when I met few filmmakers when they were coming into India to film, so they also start calling me Mowgli because the knowledge I was sharing with them about the certain forest where I used to work. So they were very impressed. So they start calling me Mowgli. And the Baba, I got it the name because of my knowledge because I speak for a longer period when I talk about anything. So people start calling me Mowgli Baba. So that's how it started. Mowgli and Baba come together. So Mowgli Baba became famous in terms of my work style.
Yeah. So you have YouTube channel, you have an app, you have an Insta account, and FB account. Everything with the same name, right?
Exactly. YouTube is a Mowgli Productions, which is my company, which is after it. I
Hmm.
started this
Hmm.
company as you said 2007, and by 2010 we start doing some projects. So I started Mowgli Productions with the name I got it Mowgli, and in 2012 I filed a trademark, which is a copyright for a Mowgli, and it was. उसको काउंटर किया था डिज्नी ने because they wanted to have that name with them. So for 4 years we were like trying to have that name, and it took me 4 years to in 2016 I got that Mowgli under my name. So I'm
Okay.
authorized to use this name Mowgli
So
for
cool.
any purpose. So
Okay.
I'm the owner, you can say, luckily to have that name registered with the copyright department and patent department,
Yeah.
which is in
Yeah.
India. So it took me
So
around 4 years to get that name.
4 years
And
to
then
get the
Mowgli
name.
Baba is the app, is the infotainment app, like
Yeah.
Discovery or History, whichever you say. So here we'll be having a lot of documentaries, because now people are more into watching content. So we
Correct.
coming up with content which has information plus entertainment value, because
Okay.
entertainment attracts a lot of people towards it.
Correct.
Information, we want to give information with the help of entertainment. So it's an infotainment
Right.
category channel, which is a Mowgli Baba, which is I think we might go live by 15th of August, hopefully. So people will watch it here. Our movies, international movies in all languages, which we have acquired. There will be a investigative shows, which we talk a lot of investigation shows on crimes. They will see it.
Okay.
Second, documentaries and shows on technology. So this is
Okay.
what I want to give to the people, so they can
Great.
increase their knowledge about a lot of other subject which is are less talked about.
Okay, so here we have on the screen that is the website picture of yours, Mowgli Baba,
Ji.
and we have another app picture also. If people would like to, after 15th August, they can download it and have all the information and uh, watch content about wildlife and nature. Right?
That's
Okay.
correct.
Yeah. So tell me, how does this wildlife crime interest you? That subject, which is very less talked about, very less known topic. Generally, people know is majorly about elephant teeth, the crimes that we
That's
know is
tusk. That's tusk.
that yes, yeah.
Elephant tusk.
Yeah, another thing we know is about camel, leopard, or the skin, which is used in many products, leather products. So hardly we know two, three of it. So tell us what all more is included in it, and how does this subject interest you?
See, I'll tell you one thing. Wildlife crime is not less talked about. It is less more ignore topic. People know about it. People know in India about it. There's a Wildlife Protection Act. The people know about is every animal is protected under the Wildlife Act of India, which is again in 2004, which was the मतलब उसमें कुछ changes किए थे law में. So people
हाँ,
are aware about it, but people are ignore about more
ignore it.
ignores it. They don't want to talk about it. They can talk about something about Bollywood gossip, but wildlife is less more ignore topic in terms of a crime. I'll give you one figure. It is a 2017 16 figure,
Hmm.
and it is said it is $23 billion industry. Wildlife crime is an illegal trade.
Oh,
$23 billion
very
industry. So imagine how much big industry it is in terms of a crime
correct.
and money making. And one more fact I tell you, that this is the fourth most you can say it is on a fourth rank in terms of a crime graph. So first is always a drugs. That's a drug
Yeah.
cartels we talk about. Second
Yes.
is arms dealing. So sometimes the arms dealing goes on a first, and drug comes on a second.
Drug
So it
second.
and so sometimes it goes on. कभी पहली बार drugs होगा first number पे, कभी arms होगा. And the third one is a prosecution, which is a lot of money involved in that. And the fourth
Yes.
is your wildlife
Wildlife.
crime, which is $23 billion industry in 2016. So by
Yes. But
2020, it could be double with the figures which we are talking about. It could be around $50 billion in 2020. And
tell us what are all crimes
I'm
included in it, because yeah, we hardly know it's sandalwood trees. ये स्किन है, एनिमल स्किन है या द एलिफेंट टस्क है. That's two three topics that people generally know. So tell us something
आपको
more
मैं
about it.
yeah. You're talking about elephant tusks. I'll give you an example. Like elephant tusks, people know about that. Ivory cost expensive,
Correct.
and
Correct.
ivory cost expensive. Not all people can afford it. तो उसका भी एक वर्जन इन्होंने निकाला है माफियाज ने to not counterfeit, but yes, to make it cheap and look like an ivory. There's a bird called hornbill. हिंदी में उसको हम धनेश के नाम से जानते हैं एंड दे आर लॉट ऑफ वेराइटीज ऑफ hornbill bill. One is very common is gray hornbill. Another one is your great Malabar pied hornbill. Then there is Malabar pied hornbill. There are a lot of varieties of hornbills are available in
Um,
Indian subcontinent and around the world. तो उनकी जो
okay.
बीक होती है, जो उनकी चोंच होती है, that is this much. Sometimes this the Malabar pied hornbill this much big, at least a feet long चोंच
Okay.
होती है. So they get those birds, kill them and chop their beak. और उससे क्या है कि वो ivory जैसे प्रोडक्ट बनाते हैं, which is they sell it into the market. There are a lot of other things like tusk का मैं आपको एक चीज बताता हूँ, एक fact बताता हूँ. It's not only for the elephant not only kill for tusk, kill for many other reasons also. It involves money, but there's a lot of other things also. Tusk की ये जो trade है, how it happened. Like two people sitting in a very five-star hotel restaurant and normal looking guys, good executive people, and they deal elephant tusk. In India, in Hindi, illegal trader or a smuggler, in a code word, use a word called bass, which is a bamboo.
Bamboo.
So bamboo always refers to elephant tusk
Okay.
in crime. Like a lot of people
Okay.
talk if you heard somebody talking about that I have 10 feet of bamboo or a bass, so it means they are talking
Right.
about elephant tusk.
Tusk.
And elephant tusk is not only used, that's ivory is worldwide is expensive, and in China how they do it, the Chinese people they do it. The biggest market to buy the ivory is China. I'll give you one more fact. It's uh, Vietnam is a place. Vietnam is a country which is the uh, hub for a wildlife trafficking. Is a port. आपको
Oh.
वियतनाम से सब कुछ एक्सपोर्ट इंपोर्ट वहीं से होता है. Anything which is
Wildlife.
killed in
Okay.
India, it might landed up in Vietnam, and from Vietnam it's distributed around the
Then
world.
around the world.
So Vietnam is a hub. In 2016 to 2017, every year for 2 months I visited Vietnam to find out what exactly happening, and I was shocked to see that openly in the market they were selling the Indian star tortoise, or they were costing around $200 to $300
Hmm.
a one,
Hmm.
and it openly
Okay.
they are selling in the market, and it is caged. So Vietnam
Okay.
is a place where it is called in our when we talk about wildlife crime. So Vietnam is a place where it's in a port for a illegal trafficking. And giving you one
Correct.
more
Correct.
figure about the tortoise, star Indian tortoise, which is another species of a tortoise found in India. Is 6,040 tortoise was seized in 2017 globally.
Oh. Oh.
So 6,040.
Um.
So people
Huge
are,
number.
it's a huge number in 2017 figures I'm giving. And you know about pythons.
Yeah.
Pythons
I
की एक
know
फिगर
what.
मैं आपको देता 2015 की फिगर देता हूँ क्योंकि उसके बाद की फिगर्स मिलनी बहुत मुश्किल हो गई थी.
Okay.
It is 93,168 pythons were exported from Ghana, Africa to Asia in 2015. Around 1 lakh pythons from Ghana
Oh.
was exported to Asia,
Exporting.
especially to Vietnam, and from Vietnam it was went to everywhere. In Vietnam,
Distribution.
distributed. Snakes, especially the pythons, red snake, cobra, and vipers, are especially used in Vietnam cuisine, plus in Indonesia. There are a lot of places which they serve the snake meat, and it's legal there. To get those
Yes.
snakes, because they are not breeding,
Yes.
they are getting it from the wild. तो वाइल्ड में लाना है तो वर्ल्ड वाइड से आपको पूरा स्नेक का एक तरीके से सप्लाई चाहिए होगी. तो वियतनाम में इज अ प्लेस कॉल्ड नियर द capital of Vietnam, Hanoi. There is a place which is 10 to 15 kilometers from capital, is a place called Snake Village. Snake Village in Vietnam is famous for its uh, snake dishes, and every restaurant serve the dishes made out of a snake meat. And the Snake Village used to be earlier the village for the snake charmers who were used to caught snakes. And uh, like in India we have a snake charmer, so same like that in Vietnam. So later they organized a restaurant which served the snake meat. And a python dish, a whole python snake dish can cost you around $200 in that place.
And that is
So
like a
it's a
status
huge
symbol, right?
exactly.
It's
It's
like
a
a status
delicacy.
symbol.
It's a
Delicacy.
delicacy. There's a lot of myths, I would say, is represent to the snake meat. Like a lot of people there, when I went there in Vietnam and I talked to locals why it is considered eating delicacy or snake meat. So they
Hmm.
ended up
Hmm.
saying that it makes you more powerful like in a snake. And like if you eat python, so you are more powerful like a python, and you are more sexually active like in a snake. So there are a lot of myths being involved with these
With that.
eating habits with the wildlife. So a lot of things
Okay.
have been killed just for killing, plus for the showcase
Okay.
of a
Status symbol.
prosperity and a money.
Correct. Also, like elephant tusks, which you said, how they are killed and smuggled. Even fake elephant tusks are created from the hornbills. But still, in Indian marriages, Hindu marriages, especially, it's considered auspicious. चूड़ियाँ बनती है ivory की, वो auspicious होती है. Still,
See, I feel like it's not auspicious, because जो हाथी के लिए auspicious नहीं रहा वो टस्क, तो वो किसी और के लिए auspicious कैसे होगा? If
but
it was auspicious thing to have a ivory bangles,
hmm,
so that means that tusk is also auspicious for elephant. लेकिन उस
elephant.
अगर वो auspicious होता तो वो elephant ही नहीं बढ़ता, उसका दांत ही उसको बचा के रखता. तो like having anything uh, from a wildlife considering as an auspicious is totally a
Myth.
अंधविश्वास. In Hindi में कहूँ तो
अंधविश्वास.
अंधविश्वास,
सही है.
superstitious.
और क्या होता है सर? स्नेक का आपने बताया, एलिफेंट एंड वी ऑल नो व्हिच
I
अदर
can't hear
टाइप्स ऑफ
you.
क्राइम. हेलो,
I can't hear you.
कैन यू हियर मी? ओके, जस्ट अ मोमेंट.
Can you hear me? I can't hear you.
जस्ट अ मोमेंट.
एक मैं
कैन यू हियर?
hello,
Am I audible?
hello. Let me.
Yeah. Just a minute. Am I audible now?
आपकी आवाज हल्की सी आई थी. Sorry, there must be some
Okay.
technical
Now,
issue.
am I audible? Am I audible
Hello,
now? Yeah. Am I audible? I can hear you
hello,
because yes, I can
hello.
hear you. Uh,
Can you hear me, Miss Kosha?
yes, I can hear you.
But I can't hear you. I can see your uh, lips, but I can't hear anything.
Okay. Now am I audible? Hello. Hello. Hello.
Can you hear me now?
Hello,
Yeah, can you
hello,
hear me
hello,
now?
hello, hello, hello. Can you
Give
hear
me a
me? I can't
second.
see you.
Okay, now can you hear me?
No, I'm not able to hear you.
Still not? Give me a second.
Yeah, I can hear you now. I can hear you now.
Okay.
Ji.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So where were we? Like, okay, you told me about snakes. You told me about elephant. Tell us something more. Apart from sandalwood trees, what all it includes?
Uh, One of the most things which I things
Are
like
you
the
there?
Indian people know. Yeah, can you hear me? Can you hear
Yeah.
me? Uh,
Yes.
so the thing which I want to bring in focus to the audience today is about shark fin. There are a lot of people. I think a lot of people know about shark fins,
Okay.
and there is a market for the shark fin soup. Uh,
What it is? Can you come back?
there is a biggest there is a biggest market for shark fin soup. There's
Okay.
a shark in the ocean. There's a shark is most important thing in the ocean for biodiversity. तो मैं शार्क के बाद अंडर वाटर पे एक और सब चीज आपको बताऊंगा. And the figures are as per the 2018, 73 million sharks killed every year.
73 million.
G. Sharks killed every year. That's 2018 figure. Just for their fin to make soup out of it. And a bowl of a soup
Oh,
with a shark fin can cost you $80. A bowl of a soup. And
oh,
the most and the cruelty about the people who killing the shark is, which I don't like, neither any one of us like, is they chop the shark fins and they throw the rest of the shark into the water, back into the ocean,
oh,
and blood is coming out from their body and they are keep bleeding for a longer period and they die in a very painful situation. The sharks in fin soup was first time was came into an in a written history. It is written in somewhere in 1960 AD. It was the first time when they were written about shark fin soup, sorry. And it has the hunters are basically from the Japan. There are a lot of people from Japan who has a big ships. They say they are killing it for an scientific research. Their ships are being known as a scientific ships, but in reality they are killing the sharks for the fins and they are selling into the market. And like as I said about shark fins, so I coming to the point which people are hardly know about it. Our marine life is getting destroyed, especially the coral. A lot of people know about coral life, but what is coral?
yes.
Our coral life is getting vanished day by day. The reason is कि हम लोग जब घर बनाते हैं या शीशा
हाँ,
लाते हैं, तो
हाँ.
कभी ये नहीं सोचा कि वो रेत कहाँ से आती है और शीशा कहाँ से आता है. ठीक है. This is the see, to get the finest glass, which we talk about glass or a mirror. In every home or big buildings we need glasses. So it's not in a chemical process to make a glass. It is come from a sand, and the best
Correct.
sand you can get it from a ocean.
Yeah.
So every company is digging the ocean to bring the sand to make a mirror or a glass. And once
Correct.
they dig the ocean to bring the sand on the surface, they are destroying the coral. So
Correct.
indirectly we are also involved uh,
Yes.
in terms of, because there's a lot of demand for a glasses. Lot of buildings are made of out of glasses because it look beautiful. You go to in a high rise buildings in many any metro city, you see the buildings are covered with the glasses. So
Correct.
those glasses are coming from a sand which being dig out from a
From the
ocean, and
ocean.
because of that sand there is a lot of coral being destroyed. If coral is destroyed, there are a lot of fishes lose their home. If they loses their home, they are destroyed. They are gone.
Destroy.
If
Correct.
coral is finished, then shark खत्म होगी. Shark खत्म होगी, पूरी marine life खत्म हो जाएगी. तो everything, like in my lecture I given an example, like we talk about Amazon as a lungs of this planet, Amazon forest, because it observes the oxygen, carbon dioxide, and produces the oxygen. So same as the corals are the lungs for the ocean also, because it also observes the lot of carbon dioxide from our environment and produces the oxygen which they releases into the environment. तो अगर मैं and I still says कि हमारे पास अभी तक कोई ऐसी टेक्नोलॉजी नहीं है जो हम हवा और पानी बना सके लैब में. We know the formula कि H2O is a water and hydrogen plus water makes you something, oxygen, hydrogen plus oxygen, that is O2 makes water. लेकिन उसको कैसे बनाना है ये साइंटिफिक फॉर्मूला हमें पता है कि ये दो चीजें मिलके पानी बना देती हैं, हवा और वो मिलके, लेकिन उसको कैसे बनाना है कोई लैब आज तक क्रिएट नहीं कर पाई. Same with the oxygen. So if everything is destroyed, so we will be not able to have a drinking water left and oxygen to breathe. If these two things are not with us, there will be no mankind will be left.
Okay. So that means you say that under the veil of caring for humans or scientific research, there are a lot of crimes being undertaken.
Exactly. Especially the shark fin soup is, there's a lot of companies from Japan. They have a big ships which is registered as a scientific research ship for our ocean things, and they involve into killing of sharks. There's a lot of very good program on Discovery Channel that is called by one of the activists in a wildlife for especially for shark is Shepherd. So you find that documentary. They are going chasing these ships, big ships, and making them go away from a certain area to stop killing the sharks or whales. So there's a lot of big companies because it involves the money. You can imagine we're a $23 billion industry in 2016. So how much money is involved? So a lot of big companies are targeting in a legal way rather than a illegal way to make money.
Right.
Like tuna, we eat a lot of tuna fish. A lot of people talk about tuna, but tuna comes from an ocean. People are not breeding it. As far it coming from a farmhouse, it's fine. But if it's coming from a ocean, तो वहाँ पे इतना killing extra कर देते हैं कि वो वहाँ पे उसकी इकोलॉजी ही खत्म हो जाती है. So tuna fish gradually is getting
extinct.
I mean extinct in terms of because tuna की demand बहुत है for sushi, especially worldwide for sushi.
Sushi fees, correct. Okay, so tell us something about wildlife conservation and why it is important. As in, we humans do protect animals, or we are like a hurdle for them. Any kind of animals, birds, or this marine life.
Before telling about this, I'll tell you about one more thing in our wildlife, which is I think your viewers might have not listened about it or heard about it. There's a bird called swiftlet. Swiftlet is a very beautiful bird, and it is very commonly found everywhere in India. और जहाँ पे पुराने घर होते हैं वहाँ पे वो चिड़िया अपना घोंसला बनाती है ज्यादातर, जो ओल्ड हाउसेज होते हैं. एंड उसका जो नेस्ट होता है, उसके नेस्ट से सूप बनता है.
अच्छा.
That's a swiftlet nest soup. And that soup is because people say it is very high in protein, and the nest they make is the bird create their nest is through the saliva. जो saliva होता है उससे वो पूरा nest create करती है. And especially in Southeast Asia, there are a lot of farming going on because of the high demand. And earlier when the people humans are greedy, So there was a threat to this bird, because a lot of people are destroying their nest to make money, and they were not able to breed it up. So the government in Southeast Asia, some countries has allowed them to do a breeding of a swiftlet. So they have made them of swiftlet farms. And
Okay.
you won't believe it कि जो swiftlet का nest का box होता है around, let's say, by 6 inches by 6 inches, which contains few hundred, not hundred, few, let's say about
Few.
80 or 90 nets into it. That box costs you $900. So
And
people
it
are
is
crazy
legal?
about. It is not legal, but yes, in some countries people eat it because of it, because it's for a nutrition value, you call it, and people think that they want to do it, so they do it. A lot of tourists go there to just to taste the swiftlet nest soup, to know what it is. So I don't think so कि किसी nest में कोई इतना प्रोटीन होगा कि वो mankind के काम में आ
Agree.
सके.
Agree. And in terms of, in the name of medicines also, these things might be, crimes might be taking place in name, under the name of medicine, I would say.
See,
Does
under
it?
the medicine, they are. I have not heard about it, but yes, as I said, the Japan is the biggest killer for the sharks as far. So they're doing it in under the name of scientific research. So there could be many companies which have taken the shelter of in scientific or a medicine research to do it. Like there's a medicine comes up which is called brand 7Cs,
Yes.
7C, a
Liver
tablet.
capsules.
It's written cod liver oil.
Liver capsules, yes.
So cod liver is what? Is a shark liver.
Liver. Yes.
Shark liver. Basically a shark liver. They
Yes.
I think people now has changed their way to take a cod liver oil. Is I think they are taking a lot of livers from the market, which is farm fishes, and extracting the omega-3 from a liver and packing up into a cod liver oil capsule and marketing up. There's a
Liver.
lot of things. So what we are taking in terms of omega-3 is we are taking indirectly, we are harming the nature. Omega-3 we
Correct.
can get it in desi ghee also, rather than
Yes.
killing a fish in from ocean to get a omega-3. We can get it in desi ghee also. So desi ghee घर पे
Correct.
बनाए और एक मच्छी की जान बचाए.
सही है.
Simple way.
Simple way. So, tell me how, according to you, how these people, normal people, can have more knowledge about this nature and preserving it, and or how they can be taught.
See, nature is everywhere. We also a part of our nature. But the problem is saying what humans, what I've understood by the psychology of our human beings, is we think that we own this planet, and actually we are the visitor to this planet. We have a certain time to visit this place, and then we leave this whole place. So but we feel like that we own this place, so we can do anything whatever we want. So first of all, we start developing yeah, we buy a plot somewhere to make a house. So we first of all, we what we do, जो भी घर के बाहर एक पेड़ लगा होता है उससे पहले उसको काट देते हैं. उसके उसके बाद घर बनाते हैं, और फिर क्या करते हैं कि एक 10 रुपए वाला गुलाब का या एक छोटा सा गमला लाके उसे वहीं पे लगाते हैं जहां से एक बड़ा पेड़ काटा था. तो ये सबसे बड़ी एक एजुकेशन हमारे अंदर सबसे पहले होनी चाहिए कि the if we want to survive, we want to live healthy. I don't remember एक जगह पे किसी एक वेद में, कौन से वाले वेद है मुझे याद नहीं आ रहा, उसमें एक लाइन है कि जब तक जंगल में जब तक इस पृथ्वी पे जंगल है और जंगल में जानवर है, पानी है, पेड़ है, तब तक मनुष्य जाति को किसी चीज से डरने की आवश्यकता नहीं. और आज क्या हो रहा है, जैसे जैसे जंगल खत्म हो रहा है, और जैसे जैसे जानवर खत्म हो रहे हैं और पानी पीने का पानी हम पे कम होता जा रहा है, वैसे वैसे आप देखिए कि बीमारियों के साथ साथ इंसानों के अंदर भी एक डर बैठ गया है कि अब हम शायद खत्म हो जाएं। तो
Correct.
बहुत हजारों साल पहले हमारे ऋषि मुनियों ने ये किताब में लिख दिया था। मुझे वो वेद याद नहीं आ रहा किस वेद में मैंने पढ़ा था, और उसमें यह था कि जब तक इस पृथ्वी पे जंगल है, जानवर है और पानी है, तब तक मनुष्य जाति को कोई खतरा नहीं है। लेकिन हमने उसी
Correct.
चीज को खत्म करना शुरू कर दिया कि जंगल काटेंगे, रियल एस्टेट बिल्डिंग्स बनाएंगे या फैक्ट्रीज बनाएंगे।
Correct.
और the irony, if you see, we cut down the forest, and then
Yes.
next to it will there's a businessman come up, they make take a land of 100 acres and they chop down the big trees, and then they establish factory of oxygen cylinders, and they
जो
just suck the
फैक्ट्री
oxygen.
वो काट के आर्टिफिशियल आप बना रहे हो.
हाँ, तो oxygen is not artificial. They are sucking the oxygen from the environment and selling it to the everywhere where it is required. But there is no formula how to make it in the laboratory.
Correct.
So
Correct.
this is irony. They cut down the trees and they start a oxygen cylinder filling factory there. So this is irony. And same with this. Like water is free for us, air is free for us, but we pay for money for to buy our water in terms of
Mineral.
mineral water. See, every water is mineral. पहले हमारे पे बोन डिफिशियंसी नहीं होती थी, विटामिन डी की कमी नहीं होती थी, because water has lot of minerals which required for your body.
Correct.
But for a marketing gimmick, what people decided कि नहीं, जो पानी हम पीते हैं वो प्योर नहीं है, and you purified lot of minerals out of it in term, और अब वाटर क्या रह जाता है, वो एक न्यूट्रल वाटर रह जाता है which can give you your body, आपको बॉडी में जो वाटर की जरूरत है वो पूरी करता है, but it won't give you the required minerals which is required. Then you take a lot of multivitamins tablets to fill those gaps. So it's better to drink perfect water rather than going in a mineral water which does not have any mineral into it.
Correct.
It's just a purified water.
But that is also true that अगर वो raw water हम लोग पिएंगे अभी, तो like there is lot of dirt and people throw in the oceans or rivers. So if we are going to have consume that water, definitely we may fall sick.
See,
Also.
I'll tell you, there is a difference between running water and a groundwater.
Yeah, of course.
Running water, all the civilization was established next to the running water.
Yes.
And we now current situation is we are our civilization is stationed next to the groundwater.
Correct.
See, and when groundwater is not bad, but the
That is
reason
not
is why groundwater has become polluted. The reason is a lot of factories are there. So the factories throwing out their chemicals and it going indirectly into the groundwater. So it become polluted in terms of. So it required a lot of purification. But when such purification is done or to that water, it does not remain a good drinking water, honestly. So living next to the flowing water is always good because it's more pure, more minerals because it's coming out with lot of trees की जड़ों से और पत्थरों से होता हुआ बहुत सारे minerals लेके आता है. I remember when I was in Ladakh and we always drink water by melting snow.
अच्छा.
और क्योंकि पानी जो है बर्फ जो नदी है वो जम जाती थी. So how you going to get the water? There is no submersible or hand pump or something. So the best way is to do it is just take a snow on a very high flame, melt it up, all the bacteria will be get killed, and it's most pure water you having it up. तो जब तक मैं रहा वहां पे तो मैं गोरा होके आया था, इतना अच्छा पानी था वो कि मेरा जो रंग था वो साफ हो गया.
We follow Jain religion. In our religion is also told कि कच्चा पानी मत पियो, कच्चा उसको उबालो और वो क्लोथ मसलिन क्लोथ में छान के फिर पियो. So the
That's the
mineral
best way.
retain.
I still follow that.
Yes.
I still follow that.
Hmm.
I feel like living with the nature is the best thing
Is the
you
best.
can
Yes.
because
Yes.
and we nature has given everything to eat, everything to
Correct.
explore, but we have
Correct. Yes.
destroyed it for our own greed
Deeply.
with,
Yeah.
by
So
forgetting that. G.
yes. Okay, I was saying that you told me Vietnam is the hub of the wildlife crime. So, as per you, which country has the best norms to preserve wildlife and its crime? And like any particular norm of any particular country which you like, or its
every
organized, which
country
country is the most unorganized?
every country has their norms to protect the wildlife, but there's always a loophole for criminals to, like, every country has a norm for a drugs, but still
Right.
America has
Yeah,
is the biggest market for the drug consumption.
correct.
Europe
Correct.
has the biggest they have law enforcement for the drugs, but still the European countries are the most affected by the drugs, any kind, whether they are cocaine or uh, hash, or they inject something or whatever.
Yeah.
So Europe, America is the biggest market. So every country in this whole world, they have their norms according to their uh, requirement for the wildlife. So लेकिन criminals जहाँ पैसा होता है, they take out the way.
Hmm. Correct.
तो ये
And
इवन इंडिया
so,
इज दी स्ट्रिक्ट है, लेकिन हमारे यहाँ क्या है कि एक सबसे बड़ी जो चीज मुझे लगती है, लैक ऑफ नॉलेज. दैट इज व्हाट आई कॉल इज अ लेमन सेंस. a lot of people know about there is a wildlife act, but उनको ये नहीं पता है कि क्या क्या चीजें उसमें आती हैं, क्या चीजें नहीं आती हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इफ दे सी anyone walking with a good exotic bird. So exotic bird, some of the exotic birds are allowed by the government, which is our breeding. Some of the exotic birds are not allowed by the government, but still they are being openly sold in the market and people are buying it. Like a lot of people
and
have seen that they have tortoise in their home, not the
hmm,
fish aquarium one, but the bigger ones,
bigger
जो
ones.
नदी से
Yes.
मिल जाता है. And you
हाँ,
see a lot of
हाँ,
people are walking with it in the open market. People are not aware about it. It's a part of a wildlife act. So the only problem I feel in this country, people has no knowledge. They have more knowledge about Bollywood, but they don't have more knowledge about the real facts about the wildlife. They talk about which is media centric thing. Like if tiger, like in 2005 or 7, there was a Save Tiger campaign. So everybody
yes.
want to get associated with tiger, save our tigers. Tiger is our national animal. Uh, नेशनल एनिमल पे मैं एक और बात आपको बताता हूँ कि national parks are getting very expensive, and
Yes.
national parks are should be very minimum cost, so that more people can go there and see the nature, understand about it, and become more aware of it. लेकिन अगर हमें एक
Right.
जंगल सफारी करनी है तो it costs 6,000 to 7,000, which is a huge
Right.
amount, around
Mhm.
$100, which is a huge amount in India. And if we want to see a national animal
Mhm.
tiger in a forest, so we need to spend a lot of money, because in one
Right.
safari you can't see a tiger. It's not easy to see
Of
that. So
course.
it's 6,000
Mhm.
rupees if you spend three safaris. So 18,000 rupees you're going to spend in Kana and Bandhavgarh to have three safaris plus travel and
Mhm.
stay. So there are a lot of people who really want to see wildlife, want to know about wildlife. They can't afford it, because it's a very huge amount going into the real national park and observing the national park. So government must have to think about it, that national parks are not the revenue generating thing. It has to
They
be
are
a
not.
it has to be a minimum amount should be there, like 100 rupees or 200 rupees, whatever. It should be minimum amount, but it should not be a revenue making place for the tourists.
Yeah.
कि टूरिस्ट आएंगे, हम रेवेन्यू बनाएंगे, तो हमारे जंगल का खर्चा चलेगा. something
Right.
that it has not to be like that. It has to be more in terms of allowing people to go there and understand the nature. If they know if they understand the nature, they will see कि तो वो उनको ज्यादा पता चलेगा हमें क्या क्या चीज बचानी है और क्यों बचाना चाहते हैं. सो हम कहते तो हैं कि टाइगर इज आवर नेशनल एनिमल, लेकिन कितने लोग होंगे जिन्होंने नेशनल एनिमल को जंगल में जाके देखा होगा अपार्ट फ्रॉम जू
Right. Right.
कि
Very
उसकी.
few,
So
because it's not easy.
so that's the thing. Yeah, it's because it's very expensive
Correct.
destination in terms of going into the. Wildlife tourism is becoming more luxury tourism.
Correct.
You
So,
can you can you can be in London in and have a 5 days holidays, and you can be in Kana National Park for 7 days in same price.
same price.
So
Right.
it is that
And which
expensive.
particular species are you trying to conserve?
See,
Mammals, I
these
guess.
days I'm focusing on Hulock gibbons. I want more
Okay.
people know about Hulock gibbons. Hulock gibbons are, about we are from an ape family. We are ape.
We are.
वी
Right.
आर एप वी आर एप फैमिली. कहते हैं ना हमारे पूर्वज जो थे वो बंदर थे, तो वो बंदर नहीं, वो एप थे. देयर लॉट ऑफ डिफरेंशिएट बिटवीन मकैक एंड
Different.
एप. सो वी आर फ्रॉम अ
Correct.
एप फैमिली.
Right.
हमारा डीएनए बहुत एप एप फैमिली के नजदीक है. So like
Right.
ape are gorillas, orangutans, chimpanzees are the ape family. India is a place where we see tigers, elephants, rhinos, lions, and we have one ape in India, that is Hulok gibbons. आई थिंक जो
Okay.
व्यूअर्स होंगे वो शायद आज पहली बार बहुत लोगों ने सुना होगा कि
Right.
हमारे देश में भी एप होता है, यानी कि एक आदि, जिसको मैं आसान भाषा में कहूँ आदि मानव. तो वो हुलॉक गिबन है. हुलॉक गिबन है, एंड वी दैट इज ओनली इन नॉर्थ ईस्ट ऑफ इंडिया, दैट इज असम, some parts
Okay.
of Meghalaya and some parts of Mizoram.
All
So
right.
we have apes available in India, but not every people know about. कि हमारे पास
Right.
हमारे देश में भी एप हैं, लेकिन हम जानते ही नहीं है कि हमारे देश में भी एप हैं.
Okay. Right.
So my focus these
Okay.
days on to let more
It's
people
on
know about Hulok gibbon. Who is
amazing.
Hulok gibbon? And
Okay.
there's a national park called Dihing Patkai in Assam, which is
Mm-hmm.
a corridor for uh, many animals, especially for elephants. And the government has
Okay.
recently given the permission to coal mining company to
Okay.
destruct the forest in terms of to get the coal out of it to make energy. And a lot of people, especially the wildlife people or nature loving people, local people are against to that. They don't
Yes.
want that
Yes.
jungle to be destroyed in terms of
Of
bringing
course.
out the coal.
Of
If
course.
if that jungle is destroyed, we lose Hulok gibbon, we lose Malabar pied hornbills, we lose a lot of exotic birds which we see there. A lot of other animals like pangolins we're not going to see. We're not going to see a mallard cat. We're not going to see clouded leopard. We're not going to see a lot of other species found in forest. So we, in terms of
Okay.
making eco-friendly energy, because coal is considered as an eco-friendly, because you burn the coal, you make the electricity, and because of electricity you will be running your cars, which not destroying the forest, yeah, or environment. There will be a lot
You
of
are
things you,
so-friendly. Yeah.
but
Yeah.
to get that electricity you have to
You
destroy the forest.
correct. So, your coal is also not eco-friendly these days.
No, not at all, because you're destroying your forest to get the coal out of it. And एक तरफ हम कह रहे हैं कि हम सब्सटेंशियल सॉरी एनर्जी की तरफ बढ़ रहे हैं, और वो
But we
इलेक्ट्रिसिटी
are
है. लेकिन इलेक्ट्रिसिटी सॉरी आ कहाँ से रही है? इंडिया में सबसे ज्यादा इलेक्ट्रिसिटी इज मेड आउट ऑफ कोल,
correct.
and to get
And
coal
to
we
get
need
this
to
coal
be get we need to destroy the forest.
forest.
So that's the
Right.
pity part of it.
55. So, you have uncovered many crimes and you have worked. It is said that wildlife photography is interesting as well as risky. Like you have to stay awake for long hours. You have to risk your life at even at times to get award-winning photography. So tell us any such emotional moment you were there while you were uncovering or photographing or uncovering any crime. Any such emotional incident which touched you?
Honestly, I say there's a lot of incident happened with me. I most of the time I've worked in Kana and Bandhavgarh National Park, which are the tiger reserves, a very finest tiger
Tigers.
reserve in terms.
Yeah.
And uh, and I've worked in Southeast Asia, especially the following the crime trail of a lot of Mumbai mafia and then a crime mafia. So there are a lot of incident happened, which is kind of close to my heart, especially when I was doing snow leopard documentary, shooting in snow leopard in Ladakh. So there was a female which we were following to shoot in Ole. And what for 3 years we keep following for some shots, and for my that was a emotional incident happened when I saw her with two of her cubs
Oh.
together. And
Mhm.
I was so excited कि मैं जो हमारे पास कैमरा था वो हम चलाना ही भूल गए. और she passed on from one ridge to another and vanished into the mountains. तो मतलब कि जिस फीमेल को हम 3 साल तक फॉलो किया, कि to get a glimpse of her जो मैंने को मिली भी थी, eating with the killing a yak and all. So that was the emotional moment for me. And there's a lot of emotional moment for me in Bandhavgarh when I've seen a lot of tigers family growing in front of me and acquiring a lot of territories, their father territory, and then they're getting old, their next generation is coming up. So I've seen
Mhm.
around 4 or 5 generations in Bandhavgarh of tigers. And that's why I
Oh.
keep posting these days old pictures from 2004 to 2016.
Hmm. Okay, so I think we have less of time. First of all, a small rapid fire round, few questions for you, and then we take up questions from our audience, comments and questions, their views. So, first of all, animals or birds?
I love both.
Okay, humans or animals?
Animals.
Okay, one day if you wake up as a prime minister of India, what will you do?
I will change the environment law.
Okay. And if one day you have to wake up as one animal or bird, which it would be?
I would prefer becoming an eagle. I can fly higher and see the world.
Superb. If one day you have to wake up as an actress, any
Actress.
actress, yes, which one it
Any
will be
actress.
and why? Yes.
I don't follow a lot of actresses, so I'll become my own actress. If I have my own charm, then I don't have to follow anyone. I don't have to look like anyone. But yes, I'll be if I born as an actress, then I will be having my own charm and I having my own following.
Okay. And like one thing, tell us one thing about you as a person which will surprise everyone, even your friends
Surprise.
or near.
Then that is I laugh a lot. The people don't believe that I laugh a lot. My friends doesn't know, even few friends. They think I don't laugh. I खड़ूस टाइप का मैं रहता हूँ, कम बोलता हूँ, मतलब काम की बात पे बोलता हूँ. But I laugh a lot. So they will be
Okay.
surprised if they see me laughing like a hell.
So, okay, now that you say you love a lot, give a message to your female fans.
Sorry, my
Enrollment
female
form,
friend.
female
Sorry,
fans, female
I don't
fans.
think so. I have any female friends.
Many
I
of
don't think
the
so.
many of them might be watching you right now live. So, any message for
That
them? Enrollment form.
yeah, I have a message for them that keep working for environment, save environment rather than posting in a picture on a Facebook that save that. Go in a field and save it and see, understand it. What are the issues are there? What things can be done? See, there's a government which makes a policy for the everything. So there could be a
Right.
lot of things which policies are not good for the ground level, but could be good for the business people who are
Yes.
funding the government or political parties. So it's better rather than posting save tiger, save sharks, save birds, or save environment, posting in a picture on a any social uh, site. Better go there, see it yourself, and make the people aware about it, why it is important. Until and unless people don't see it, they will not realize how important it is. So it's better
Okay.
to go
Okay.
out and
As per
see the why.
your profession. Okay, this is as per your profession message. I meant as a number you have to give message to your female fans.
Numbers. What number? What kind of numbers are?
I mean as a person, not in the
Sorry,
workforce.
your voice is cracking. Can you come again, please?
Okay, my like my technical team to pop up any questions from the viewers or the comments for the speaker.
Yeah, please.
Meanwhile, I would like to ask you that these animals also go through depression or such
They
phases.
do. They do. They do. Lot of
They
depression. They do. Lot of
okay,
even a dog, pet dogs at home, they go in a depression, especially the female dogs. They go a lot of
right,
into a depression.
right.
So it's
So
it's
there's
a
one
it's a behavior of a human or an animal or a bird or an insect or a reptiles. They are same in if you watch them. So yes, animals also go into a depression.
question. And there's one more question from the viewer that this elephants, dogs, camels, horses, we see their owners have working license, correct, with them. But ideally, it is not their home. Their home is forest. It's not their home. Like if you say Tibetan Mastiffs, they are kept in a small flat, 3 BHK, 4 BHK flat. So that's not their home. Ideally they don't
See,
live in such
I'll tell
environment.
you, I'll tell you the elephant has the license to work. They are given the license by the
Hmm,
government in,
I
or a
understand
permit.
they have the license to work.
But the dogs people are keeping, whether it's a Napoleon Mastiff or a English Mastiff or whatever, which see every dog has their specialty belonging to their own geographical location. They are not meant
Location, correct.
for live in these conditions
Hmm.
because they are come from a very cold country. Second, they need
Correct.
lot of exercise because they are big
Yes.
dogs and they need a
Hmm.
very big area to survive because they belongs to a very big area. So people
Right.
buying it in 50,000, 60,000 that I have this dog because dog has become a status symbol these days. So that's not a dog problem coming living in a 4 BHK, but the problem is with the owner. I always say that they have bought it without knowing the main behavior about the dogs. So there are a lot of dogs which is we can keep in India. Like in a small house, we can keep Spitz, which is an Indian breed, which we call it Indian Pomerian. It's not a Pomerian, it's a Spitz. Right breed, right name is Spitz. We can keep that. Pomerian we can keep in home. Pug we can keep it in home. There are a lot of small dogs which are meant to be here. Uh, we can keep it, but talking about governments or Rottweilers or Mastiffs. They did or this the bigger dog, which is a rescue dog in winters. I don't remember. Saint Bernard. Saint Bernard is a breed which is a rescue dog, which has a very good sniffing power and can take out the people from a snow who are being buried in a
Yeah.
snow in an accident or something. So
Right.
Saint Bernard
Right.
belong to that area, but we keep it in India also. So that's a cruelty to in terms of keeping those dogs.
Correct.
Not cruelty, but
Correct.
I would say that's a foolishness because people think I have a money, I have a 4 BHK or a 6 BHK house, I can keep big dogs. No, that's not easy. You need to have that much big area to keep it. You have at least 50 acres of land where they can go and roam around.
Right. Fine. It was, I guess we have exceeded. There is a lot more to talk, but there is time restriction. So thank you
Yes,
so much for parting us
my
the
pleasure.
knowledge about the wildlife crimes. I'm sure my viewers might have too many questions, so you can follow Ahmedabad Book Club Facebook page where he will happily answer your questions. You can follow the author speaker with Mowgli Baba, Mowgli, Mowgli Baba. That's your Insta account as well as the app or the website you can follow, and you can know more about this. And of course, I, Kosha, will always be available, Cosmos, for you to answer or pass on the question to the speaker and answer your queries. Thank you so much for being with us and encouraging us always. And Mr. Amber, thank you on behalf of Ahmedabad Book Club and Karma Foundation. Thank you once again.
Thank you for having me here, and I hope a lot of people will join now to save environment and stop all wildlife crime, which is most, I mean, need of our, I would say.
Correct. Okay. So we'll be
Thank you.
back with another episode, another story. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye. Stay safe.
Take
Thank
care. Bye
you.
bye.
Bye.